The Boone County Sheriff's Department is investigating a fatal shooting in Ashland that left an engaged couple dead. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Jem Reek.
And I'm Jessica Porter. The shooting took place in the couple's home around midnight. KOMU8's Emily Sanderson is live with the latest details and neighbors' reactions. Emily?
I'm on Nickman Road, where police are still investigating the cause of the shooting that killed Jessica Willits and Travis Parker. In a statement made earlier today, the Sheriff's Department says there was no one else present at the scene when they arrived. I spoke with several neighbors who shared their reactions.
I'm blown away. They moved in the middle of the summer sometime, and our daughters spent time together, quite a bit of time together. Playing video games, and all the little kids around here played together, and she fit right in.
And it's something like we would never expect to ever happen here, like ever. We've never heard gunshots in Ashland at all. It was kind of surprising. It was really surprising.
I've lived here off and on a couple times, and this is definitely the first time I've ever seen anything like this happen in town.
The Sheriff's Department says autopsies on the couple are scheduled for Monday and that there is no current threat to the community. Reporting live from Ashland, Emily Sanderson, KOMU8 News.
A former Camden County deputy turned himself in on charges of child pornography. 38-year-old Leonard Wilson surrendered at the Miller County Jail office late yesterday. He posted bond about an hour later. An arrest warrant was issued for Wilson in October. He's charged with possessing child pornography, child molestation, as well as others.
The University of Missouri is alleviating a little bit of financial burden students face. Today, it announced it will lower student housing and dining hall costs for students next year. KOMU8's Jasmine Ramirez is live on campus to tell us more about the new initiative. Jasmine?
MU students will pay less to live on campus and eat in dining halls with the new affordability initiative. Students that choose the most common housing and dining plan will pay approximately $1,000 a month. It will also offer a new economy meal plan. Plus, students will have the option of living in select dorms year-round. MU Chancellor Alexander Cartwright says he wants to make sure people have the opportunity to get an education. He says he has experienced the financial burden of college firsthand.
That I had to work my way through school. I understand what it takes to really have to do hard work to be able to pay for an education. This is an opportunity for us to try to reduce those costs as much as we can and be, as pointed out, it's being stewards to the public and making sure that we give people the access they deserve.
The new affordability initiative will take effect next school year. Reporting live in Columbia, Jasmine Ramirez, KOMU8 News.
If you're looking for a cost-efficient lifestyle, look at Missouri. New data shows Missouri has the fourth lowest cost of living in the country for the third quarter of 2017. Missouri has a cost of living index of 89.2. Along with the Midwest, southern states are also the least expensive areas to live.
The fact that we have a really low cost of living in Missouri makes us a lot more competitive. It means that we're a great place to live. It means we're a great place to work. It means that we're a great place to locate a business.
This data comes as St. Louis and Kansas City hope to attract Amazon to build its second headquarters in Missouri. For a closer look at the data, you can visit our website at KOMU.com.
Chilly weather this week in mid-Missouri. Are we finally going to get the real fall weather for the tailgate this weekend? Tim?
Yeah, it's going to feel fall-like, at least for tomorrow morning. Tailgates start tomorrow morning, possibly as early as 7 or 8 o'clock. A lot of the MU tailgaters out for the matchup between the Florida Gators. And, well, temperatures, at least this afternoon, really warmed up rather nicely. Upper 50s to near 60 outside, and it's all with an east breeze that continues to be a little gusty at times, anywhere from 10 to 15 miles per hour. Now, it has been out of the northeast for a majority of today. Now it's out more so out of the east. We do have a little bit of rain forming up in parts of western Missouri. I'll highlight that here in just a little bit, but for now, your evening planner, which just is jacket weather, really. Temperatures will be in the lower 50s here through much of the evening, and I even have a 10% chance for rain for this evening up until about 11 o'clock, and then it goes a little higher. We'll preview that, let you know if we have any rain for that MU tailgate, and let you know what your weekend forecast looks like. It's coming up here in a little bit.
A military judge's decision for soldier Bo Bergdahl today means no prison time for the former sergeant who walked away from his post in Afghanistan in 2009. Mark Berger has the details on the decision.
After pleading guilty last month to desertion and misbehavior before the enemy, Army Sergeant Bo Bergdahl received a dishonorable discharge today from a military judge in Fort Bragg, North Carolina. That's instead of a punishment which could have extended to life in prison. The judge gave no explanation for his decision, which also included a reduction in rank from sergeant to private and forfeiture of pay equal to $1,000 per month for 10 months. The dishonorable discharge triggers an automatic appeal to a higher military court.
We think there's an extremely strong basis for dismissal of the case.
Altogether?
Yes.
Bergdahl's attorneys cited comments on the case last year by then presidential candidate Donald Trump. The president slammed today's decision, tweeting that it was, quote, a complete and total disgrace to our country and to our military. Prosecutors had sought a stiff penalty because service members suffered wounds searching for Bergdahl, who was captured by the Taliban after leaving his post and held for 5 years. The defense cited Bergdahl's suffering as a captive.
This is a good outcome. Let him get back to civilian life, but not benefit from his egregious misbehavior in combat.
Bergdahl returned to the U.S. in a 2014 swap for 5 Taliban prisoners being held at Guantanamo Bay. In his sentencing hearing, Bergdahl apologized to the service members wounded, searching for him. Mark Barker, NBC News.
Here's what's happening right now. President Trump is on his way to Asia for an 11-day tour. It's the president's longest foreign trip to date. Japan is the first stop. South Korea, China, Vietnam, and the Philippines will follow. The trip comes at a crucial time when tensions between the U.S. and North Korea are strained.
Today's House Democratic leaders held a news conference to react to the reveal of Republicans' tax overhaul plan. Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi claimed Republicans are misleading Americans by saying the plan is a middle-class tax cut. She says the new plan is a cut for corporations and the super wealthy and hurts everyone else.
Why? Why would you cut the deduction on interest on student loans? Why would you say to teachers, you have to take it out of your own pocket to bring supplies to school and you don't get a tax deduction on it? But we're going to give corporate America a tax deduction to ship jobs overseas.
The House Ways and Means Committee will begin making changes to the bill next week. The president says he hopes to sign a bill by the holidays.
8 people who have worked on the Netflix show House of Cards say Kevin Spacey made the set a, quote, toxic work environment with a pattern of sexual harassment. A former production assistant says Spacey sexually assaulted him. The 8 employees also say Spacey's behavior included non-consensual touching and crude comments. The accusations come just days after actor Anthony Rapp accused Spacey of making sexual advances when he was 14 years old.
For the first time, the U.S. has conducted 2 airstrikes in Somalia against Islamic State fighters. The airstrike happened just days after 23 people were killed in a car bomb attack caused by extremists. The U.S. Africa Command reported several terrorists were killed in the operation. The strikes were carried out early Friday in northeastern Somalia in partnership with the country's government. Officials say the airstrike may have targeted top leaders of ISIS.
Italian police seized 24 million opioid tablets they believe ISIS was selling and giving to Islamic fighters. The shipment came from India and was en route to Libya. This isn't the first time police have seized a large number of pills tied to ISIS. 6 months ago, police discovered a shipment of 37 million tablets. Also in Italy, they believe the drugs help fund the terrorist group.
Scientists have found a hidden chamber in the Great Pyramid of Giza in Egypt. A new technology similar to a giant X-ray allowed scientists to see deep inside the pyramid to find a spot about 100 feet wide. More research needs to be done, but experts believe it could just be an empty space created during the pyramid's construction.
Apple is making Christmas come early for its customers. The long-awaited iPhone X, also called the iPhone 10, has arrived. All over the world, Apple fanatics huddled outside stores waiting in lines to buy the new phone. The most noticeable change, there's no home button or fingerprint sensor. In its place, the phone is using Face ID technology. The price of an iPhone X is about $1,000.
Deer hunting season opens next week, while Boone and Callaway counties are exempt from this deer testing this year.
Plus, Veterans Day, a week from tomorrow, Columbia is celebrating early. We'll tell you all about it.
You're looking live over the Sedalia area. This is KOMU 8 News, first at 5, coverage you can count on.
KOMU8's First Alert Traffic shows you the slowdown so you can plan your route and get where you're going faster. On air, online, and on the go with the KOMU8 Weather and Traffic app. KOMU8's First Alert Traffic. Coverage you can count on.
Halloween week comes to an end.
Would you hold that spider for me?
But Vanna's thinking of revenge.
Vanna has a special surprise for me. I don't know what it is.
Find out on the next Reel.
Weeknights at 6:30 on KOMU8. Always know what's coming ahead of the storm. Download the free KOMU8 Weather and Traffic app for your phone and tablet.
We tip our hats to the men and women who serve to protect hearth and home. At Slumberland's Veterans Sale, shop now and get up to 65% off. Slumberland is proud to support the American Red Cross Service to the Armed Forces program to help those who've served us. You save big, we give big. Here's to those who keep us safe. Here's to our veterans. Slumberland, it's a good life.
Treatments have given me a new lease on life and new energy level.
It was gone. It was 9-day difference. I mean, instantly.
When your vein circulation improves, you get more energy. And who doesn't want more energy?
My legs, now that I've had treatments, feel rejuvenated, like I'm a new person.
When I get home at work at night, I'm not tired at all. I'm ready to go. It feels like I have a whole new life ahead of me.
Take charge of your health at Missouri Vein Care.
The First Alert Weather Cam is brought to you by the law firm of Harper, Evans, Wade, and Nettemeyer. We will fight for you.
All right, welcome back. It's 5:10 and a look over Rocheport. Looks like there's a couple of sprinkles there on that camera. There could be out over parts of western Missouri at this time. Clouds have returned, and, well, even after all of the sunshine, the temperatures are going to start to drop a little bit, too. 60 degrees, our high temperature earlier this afternoon. We got down to 40 earlier this morning. It was cold this morning in a lot of spots. Wind chills were in the 30s in many spots of central Missouri. Live Doppler 8 First Alert radar out west of Columbia, out west of Boone County. It looks like into parts of Booneville and even into Fayette. Some pockets of light showers trying to form up. It's very spotty rain at best. It'll be a quick hit of some sprinkles, and it moves up to the north. Really quick, interesting feature that's actually happening. It's called moisture advection, and it's where moisture just moves in. The temperatures don't adjust any, really, but moisture just moves in from one place to another, and that's actually what's sparking up the rain here in central Missouri. Moisture's moving in. It's creating just enough instability for a couple of spot showers out over parts of western Missouri. This is a look at 5,000 feet relative humidity. That's basically all that's happening, is that area in the atmosphere is saturating up, creating the rain. Well, that's going to continue overnight tonight and into tomorrow morning. A couple of those spotty showers continue to move up to the north. That's all thanks to a warm front that will move into the state for tomorrow morning and push a lot of that activity out of here, which means our game day forecast for tomorrow improves. After about 9 o'clock, the clouds will start to slowly thin up. 62 degrees at the start of tomorrow's game against the Florida Gators, 68 at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Your satellite and radar, yeah, the clouds continue to move in. Lots of sunshine earlier today, got us up to 60, but it looks like those clouds are back in. A lot of action down into parts of Memphis and eastern Arkansas where they are dealing with severe thunderstorms at this time. But the real action in that atmosphere is going to be out to our west. Here for Sunday, energy in the atmosphere for some of those thunderstorms, a couple of series of pressure systems going to head this way. Here's how it all happens. And warm front continues to lift up to our north overnight tonight through tomorrow morning. It does bring in a couple of spotty showers, but again, as we mentioned, I think a lot of that activity starts to push up to the north for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, improving sky conditions. We should get some sunshine tomorrow afternoon. Then, as we go into Sunday morning, stormy forecasts out over parts of eastern Missouri and then the Ohio River Valley. I think that's really where the bulk of the strong to severe thunderstorms are going to be at on Sunday. But there's a very marginal chance that out east of Columbia, we could actually have a couple of those isolated showers pop up. It's something we'll watch, but here through the afternoon on Sunday, after about 1 o'clock, that cold front starts to move through the state. Looks like we could have a couple of spot showers develop along that front and then start to dive down into southern Missouri before it's all said and done. Could have a little round with some thunderstorms. Sunday afternoon and Sunday evening. Until then, spot showers possible tonight, 51 for an overnight low temperature, but it actually starts to rise, that temperature does, and warm up overnight tonight. By tomorrow morning, probably around 58 or 59 with morning clouds. Some afternoon sunshine is possible. Remember to set those clocks back an hour Saturday night, because Sunday morning it'll be an hour earlier, or hour before. However you want to put that, you're going to get an hour of sleep back that you lost 6 months ago. Looks like we have those thunderstorms Sunday. 75 on Sunday afternoon. Not bad, but it's with that cold front, and we're back into the 50s then for next week.
And then also remember to check your batteries in the smoke
Yeah, do that
alarm
too.
at the same time you do the clock.
That's right.
All right, Tim, thank you.
Deer hunting season will open next weekend, and Boone County hunters in Callaway County are exempt from mandatory deer testing. Chronic waste disease, or CWD, is a lethal virus that spreads through the white-tailed deer population. In the past 2 years, around 6,000 deer have been tested in Boone and Callaway County for CWD. None of them have carried the disease. There are 25 other Missouri counties that still must test deer for CWD. CWD rarely appears in the area, but hunters should take notice if they spot a deer behaving strangely.
Deer gets exposed, and it might be as many as 18 months until it shows symptoms. But once those symptoms show up, it basically would start losing weight, it acts weird, excessive salivation, and basically just overall looks poorly.
The Missouri Department of Conservation says they aren't certain CWD poses as a risk to humans, but it continues to be studied.
Veterans Day is a week from tomorrow. MU and Columbia will celebrate early. A vigil and wreath-laying ceremony will remember soldiers who died in the line of duty. On Sunday, the annual Veterans Day Parade is in downtown Columbia. Both Boone County veterans and commemorative organizations will take part. There's also a number of speakers, war films, and thank you card signing events. And MU veteran says talking to students is extremely valuable.
Being a veteran, what it brings to the table, I think, is I'm able to really share with a lot of the students, that are the younger kids that are coming up, my experiences, and try to help prepare them for what they're going to be going through once they actually get into, the Army.
For a full list of events, dates, and times, you can visit our website at KOMU.com. Stressed out? You've got plenty of company.
Why more than half of Americans are saying the United States is causing anxiety.
Saturday, November 4th, Wise Brothers is celebrating 90 years in business with a big public consignment auction. We'll have a huge selection of tractors, trailers, combines, trucks, and other farm machinery for immediate sale. And a barbecue lunch will be available. Starts at 10 a.m. sharp and lasts until everything's gone. With online real-time bidding through bidspotter.com. Where'd you say? Saturday, November 4th at Wise Brothers, just north of I-70 between the Millersburg and Hatton exits. Wise Brothers, a friend of Missouri's farmers since 1927.
Cost Cutters of Columbia is a proud partner of Rally for Ryan. In 2015, Ryan was diagnosed with stage 4 neuroblastoma. We want to raise awareness for pediatric cancer research. With Tigers on the Prowl, Rally for Ryan gear, and other fundraisers, we hope to find a cure. Join Cost Cutters in this battle to fight pediatric cancer. Give to the Rally for Ryan campaign on our website or Facebook page. Together, we can beat this.
Closed captioning of KOMU 8 News is brought to you by Bob McCaw Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac.
Now at Menards, save big money on your next project with an 11% rebate on everything. Create your dream closet with Dakota. The 15 by 9.5 foot walk-in closet is $1,845.22 after rebate. Sleep great with Serta and get an 11% rebate on Serta Perfect Sleeper mattresses. The Lamont queen size mattress is $709.33 after rebate. There's no limit to how much you can save now during the 11% rebate sale at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
The ultimate buying experience awaits you at the all-new BMW of Columbia. That's right, we're pulling out all the stops to give you exceptional deals on the ultimate driving machine, like the 2017 330i sedan, $379 a month. That's right, just $379 a month for a new 330i sedan. BMW of Columbia for the ultimate driving experience. 1900 I-70 Drive Southwest, 24/7, ColumbiaBMW.com.
If you're feeling stressed out, you are definitely not alone. The American Psychological Association reports more than half of Americans say the present day is the worst period of American history that they can remember. 63% of adults said the future of the nation is a very or somewhat significant source of stress for them. But there is some good news. Just over half of Americans say this stressful situation has inspired them to volunteer. You'll be getting a little extra sleep this weekend thanks to daylight savings time, but did you know turning back your clock could affect your Sunday morning mood? When it gets dark earlier, people can get moodier. People prone to season affective disorder are especially at risk. Season affective disorder can cause fatigue and irritability. Your doctor can prescribe light therapy lamps or other treatments to help mood swings. A new study in Canada shows the great outdoors can be great for you. The University of Missouri, British Columbia discovered that appreciating nature can help boost your happiness. Researchers asked people to take pictures and write about nature and how it made them feel. Turns out people felt happier and more connected to others.
Your thoughts on Army Sergeant Bo Bergdahl's sentencing coming up next in today's talk.
Tonight, no prison time for Army deserter Bo Bergdahl. Reaction and what might have affected the judge's sentencing decision. Also, the serious questions after President Trump's Twitter account is taken offline. Coming up after your local news.
As more people live longer, new approaches to healthcare are needed. United Health Group has one that's working, the Modern House Call. Practitioners, backed by technology and in coordination with primary care physicians, are making house calls across Missouri. Patients ask questions, assess treatment options, and make decisions about their care in the comfort of their homes. This hands-on clinical care catches issues earlier and helps patients stay healthy. United Health Group, built for better health.
Share a vision of caring with Restoration Eye Care, because nobody wants to see a child go hungry. Restoration Eye Care is helping provide buddy packs to local children and invites you to join them in the fight against hunger. Make a year-end donation to the food bank for Central and Northeast Missouri's Buddy Pack program and provide area children with needed nourishment. Go to sharefoodbringhope.org to find out more and to make a donation. Please open your heart and help transform the life of a child in need.
Hey, buddy, want a free tire? Sure, and I'll take a quart of snake oil, too. And those other companies offer you a free tire for buying 3. That just doesn't add up. Buy a full set of tires from Lee with upfront pricing and avoid all those tacked-on extras.
What we say is what you pay at Lee's Tire Company.
Our prices are competitive with any other dealer. Tired of tire come-ons? Then come on down to Lee.
Lee's Tire Company is round for you. Ooh, see Lee's.
Anything that the kids are doing, you have to be involved, especially with technology. They can go off on an off-ramp that you don't want them taking really quickly.
Monitoring your kids' online behavior. It can be a full-time job.
The first time the device comes home, parents are learning along with their child. It can be hard.
A lot of parents are intimidated because they did not grow up with it.
KOMU8's Angie Bailey shows parents tools and techniques to help you manage your kids' online behavior. Watch Digital Defense, Keeping Kids Safe, Monday on KOMU8 News at 10.
On November 21st, our community comes together. Join KOMU8
and Cumulus radio stations for Partnership Against Hunger to support the food bank for Central and Northeast Missouri and help feed our neighbors in need this holiday season.
Join us at the Schnucks and Walmart stores in Columbia and the Rockbridge Hy-Vee. Visit sharefoodbringhope.org to find participating stores near you.
For one day, we all come together,
so no one leaves hungry. Join us for Partnership Against Hunger, November 21st.
Earlier, we reported on the verdict in the controversial Bo Bergdahl sentencing. He received a dishonorable discharge, but no prison time. Here's what our viewers are saying in today's talk, and we begin with JT. JT says, what a disgrace. 6 American heroes died looking for this traitor. Now he will be elevated by the liberal media and given $1 million book deal. Mandy says, this is horrible verdict. No jail time. What about the soldiers who lost their lives looking for him after he walked away from his post? His actions were deplorable, and because of those actions, honorable soldiers died. And Jeff says maybe if the imprudent president had kept his mouth shut, it would have been different.
Coming up Monday on KOMU8 News Today.
On the lookout for aspiring or existing entrepreneurs.
That's the focus of the 2nd annual Show Me Innovation Pitch Competition. We have a preview.
KOMU 8 News Today is bringing you the late-breaking news at the Right Now desk. And we've got a cooler week ahead. I've got to look at your forecast.
Great days begin with great mornings. KOMU 8 News Today. Coverage you can count on.
If it's not a Tempur-Pedic, it's a compromise. When I was a Navy SEAL, I put in a special request to get one, and I realized that Tempur-Pedic was exponentially better than anything else. It gave me a huge performance advantage. It still does. Tempur-Pedic, sleep is power.
Now at Slumberland, save up to $500 on select adjustable mattress sets. Pay no interest for 50 months on qualifying sets. Slumberland, it's a good life.
Count on the KOMU 8 News app to keep you connected all day to Mid-Missouri's news, weather, and sports. With breaking news, the latest videos on developing stories, Target 8 investigations, and watch KOMU 8 newscasts live. Plus, full weather coverage from the live Doppler 8 First Alert weather team, local sports scores, and a place to share your photos and videos. Wherever you are, all day, stay connected to the stories that matter to you. Download the free KOMU 8 News app for coverage you can count on.
Calling all soccer players, it's time to sign up for the 3v3 Soccer Fest hosted by the Show Me State Games. It's coming up November 18th and 19th in Columbia. Register your team and compete against others from all across the Show Me State. There are divisions for kids ages 6 to 18 and for adults. There's a spot for everyone, so grab your team and get in the game. Visit smsg.org for rules and information and register your team before November 9th.
Tonight, a murder among friends.
I'm just freaking out.
The trial that brings their secrets to light.
It's a lifestyle that I don't expect people to understand.
That was the bombshell of all bombshells.
Dateline. Don't watch alone.
Hey, what are you doing here?
I'm on SNL this week.
Hosting.
You're kidding! No. But we'll just go up together. We're going to the same place.
I like a private ride.
Sunday night is Sports Night on KOMU 8. Watch Sports Extra with Chris Trevino Sunday nights for extra insight, extra interviews, and extra highlights of all your favorite local teams. Get the inside scoop on Mizzou athletics from Mizzou Sports Authority Chris Trevino, plus expert analysis from our Sports Extra hot seat guest. Sunday night is Sports Night on KOMU 8. Watch Sports Extra with Chris Trevino Sunday nights after KOMU 8 News at 10 for sports coverage you can count on. Today's Pet Corner on KOMU 8 is brought to you by Columbia Allergy and Asthma Specialist. Breathe easy and livefree.com.
Hey everyone, with me on today's Pet Corner is Portia. Portia is a 4-month-old medium-haired kitten, and she still has all that kitten energy too. She's very, very soft, and she loves to play. She likes string toys. She likes the paper ball that you can just toss around. She'll go catch it for you. She's a great kitten. If you want to find her or any of the other cats at the Central Humane Society, you can call 573-443-PETS.
Police are still investigating a fatal shooting that left 2 people dead in Ashland late last night. KOMU 8's Emily Sanderson is live at the scene to give us more details on what happened. Emily?
I'm live here on Nick Monroe, where police are still investigating the cause of the shooting that left engaged couple Jessica Willits and Travis Parker dead. Police found the bodies at the residence when responding to reports of shots fired. Officers say there was no one else present at the couple's home when they arrived on the scene. Police say the investigation is continuing and autopsies on the couple are scheduled for Monday. Reporting live from Ashland, Emily Sanderson, KOMU 8 News.
Coming up on KOMU 8 News at 6 o'clock, his life is dedicated to saving others. Now they're returning the favor.
We'll tell you how Missouri residents are doing their part to help a local hero.
And it looks to be a little cool this evening. Jackets preferred. We'll also need some of those for tomorrow morning. We could have a couple of isolated showers tonight. Otherwise, a lot of that clears up by tomorrow morning. 68 tomorrow afternoon. 75 with a few afternoon and evening thunderstorms possible, especially in eastern Missouri, and then back into the 40s and 50s for next week.
Not a bad football forecast because we got high school games tonight and the Mizzou game tomorrow. So
not overly cold, just maybe a little damp in a few spots. That's all.
That is our time for now. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
On air.